Dan Roan, got to be a happy guy. And, of course, a moment of prayer for the Falcons of West Catholic, who win it 42-35 in overtime over Comstock Park to extend their unbeaten streak and their perfect record since joining the OK Blue to 22-0. Welcome back one final time. Joe, Jason, and Herman Moore with you. Let's take a look at the game highlights. It didn't take long for Comstock Park to get on the board. Just 1 minute and 12 seconds, and they did it with the quarterback, Brown.
Brown doing a good job on the quarterback draw, being able to take it into the end zone, following his blockers all the way to the end zone.
How about Staskowitz? He had some legs of his own here, getting away from trouble and then scoring.
Staskowitz doing a good job getting into the end zone, lowering his shoulder as well, showing that not only was he going to show that he was a quarterback that could get in there, but get his ball team back into the game.
John Hoffman had himself a pretty good game. Not very big, about 158 pounds, and he would wind up scoring after this punt was muffed, and then how about 2 good runs here, one for 17 yards and then pounding it home for another yard for the score.
Yeah, Hoffman showing really good vision, ran the ball very well all night, was able to keep his team going and keep the chains moving.
Faison tying the game out 14-all with that score. That came at about 4:56 to go in the first half, but Comstock Park would go to the air.
Yeah, Brown again hooking up with Hoffman. We saw him early on get the touchdown, but he's got legs, and that motor just keeps going, taking it all the way into the end zone, proving to be pivotal throughout the entire game.
Comstock Park would have a 24-14 lead going into half, but Staskowitz this time throwing it to Kuzma. Back in the end zone.
Yeah, Kuzma doing a good job on the scramble because a lot of times receivers give up, but on this one, staying with his quarterback, he's able to be found in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. But Hoffman coming right back, not to be denied, showing that he can still get it done. Again, we talked about him being an undersized type running back, but he had great burst and speed and make big plays all night long.
Still a lot of scoring led in the final 12 minutes. Faison, as the game went on, he just seemed to get stronger.
Yeah, he ended up working this one on. I mean, this whole load on that drive, they gave him the ball, he made some big plays.
Here's the big 95-yard strike, and it looked like this was going to be the backbreaker as West Catholic took their first lead of the game at 35-28.
Yeah, O'Hearn did a great, he just basically staying alive. He felt that he could give a good move, gave a good pump fake on the outside, and he was able to go off and run it.
But with 3:13 left, a 2-yard touchdown run by Jake Brown tied the game at 35, and we went to overtime, and then it was the Faison show.
Yeah, it was Faison. He basically carried them in the fourth quarter all the way into overtime for West Catholic. He was their leader out there, really getting it done, finishing with 3 touchdowns on the night. Brown again being denied. He and Hoffman getting stuffed at the end by West Catholic's defense. In the middle, they were tough all night, not giving up a whole lot other than the quarterback draw, and able to seal the victory with that stop against Brown.
Megan Bauman is down on the field right now. She's with the head coach, Dan Roan.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with West Catholic head coach Dan Roan. Now, Coach, what was running through your head in the last overtime game?
You know, last week we were in an overtime football game, and we just sat our kids down and we said, we've been here before, we understand the situation, and, you know, let's just go do what we have to do. And our big focus right now and our practices and our situations is everybody do their job. Do your job and everything will happen. Things will fall into place. And our defense did a tremendous job. 2 goal line stands down there did some great things for us, and, you know, we got the W.
Okay, and two weeks in a row with overtime. What is this saying about your team?
It says that our team has played a lot of football in 2 weeks, and our league is very competitive, and we're playing a tough schedule. You know, it doesn't get any easier for us, and having the success we had last year and doing the things that we've done in our league, we know that teams are going to come here and play their best against us, and that's a great Comstock Park team. It was a great Forest Hills Northern team, and it doesn't get any easier next week going to Muskegon Catholic.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Back up to you, Joe.
All right, thanks, Megan. You know, you win 22 in a row in the league, and they don't all have to be pretty. Sometimes you have to find a way to get a victory. They did tonight.
They definitely found a way to get the victory, but that says a lot, as Coach said about the team. You can see first downs pretty even on the rushing yards. For Comstock Park, 135, West Catholic Central 150, but look at the passing yards. Both teams threw the ball very effectively, 287 for Comstock Park, but almost 400 passing yards. Of that, 95-yard touchdown to O'Hearn definitely helped that stat a little bit. But look at total yards on offense, 422, 549. We're talking, Joe, almost 1,000 yards of offense between these two teams, and the time of possession pretty even. very little turnovers. But this was a definitely close football game, and as Coach said, that this was, teams are going to be shooting for them because they're on top of the food chain.
Week number 4 has provided some very, very memorable moments here tonight at Grand Rapids West Catholic. Faison's 10-yard touchdown run in the first overtime is the difference. Grand Rapids West Catholic comes away with a 42-35 victory and their 22nd consecutive win in the OK Blue. That's going to do it for my partner Herman Moore. For Megan Bauman down on the field, I'm Joe Jason. For all of us working tonight, thanks for joining us for High School Football, a presentation of When We Were Young Productions in the Michigan High School Athletic Association. There's your final. West Catholic 42, Comstock Park 35, and one more time from Grand Rapids we say good night, everyone.